G'day everyone, it's Justin and
Scott.
two dads again from Australia, coming to you today from the 2018 upgraded Subaru Outback. Now mate, the Outback has been a very popular car in Australia, hasn't it, over the years?
It is.
It's been good
When
for
I
Subaru.
mentioned to a couple of people that we were going to drive the Outback, it was incredible how people either had one or they knew people that had one, or they all had a story around it, right? It's been a very popular car in Australia.
Yeah. It's sort of one of the earlier sort of SUV pioneers, I suppose, isn't it?
Yes.
So, yeah. Now, the one we're in today, this is the sort of latest generation Outback, but it's had a midlife upgrade, I suppose, earlier this year. The one we're actually in is the 2.5 Premium. The Outbacks come with, I think there's 3 engine choices. There's the 2.5 4-cylinder boxer. There's a 3.6R, like in the Liberty we drove a couple of weeks
Recently,
ago. Yep. And there's a 2-litre diesel that's available as well.
Okay.
So this one here, this is the 2.5i Premium. It's $42,640 list price. And as we mentioned, it's got a 2.5 boxer 4-cylinder, non-turbo. And it punches out 129 kilowatts at 5,800 RPM, 235 Newton meters at 4,000 RPM. Now, all Outbacks come in Australia with CVT transmissions, and they are all-wheel drive.
Yep.
Now, you've had a quick drive of the car. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Stepped into it, felt comfortable from the minute I started driving it, and I think that was a combination of the steering really makes you feel comfortable.
It's nice.
It's pretty direct, but it's also got a lot of feel. The seating position as well was the other first reaction. So we're in this sort of great crossover between a wagon and an SUV. That you're up high, you've got a higher seated position, but you're not too high. And I think that helps also with the whole driving feel as well.
The dynamics
so,
of
yes,
it. Yeah.
So if it's something that I think people should consider, because this sort of sits in between those big SUVs and a sedan, and you've got this sort of blend of both worlds.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, some people, love their SUVs, the big tall SUVs and that. But
They
some
certainly
people
do. There's plenty
don't.
being sold. Yep.
Yeah, some people don't, do they? They actually prefer a bit more wagon-like sort of vehicle, and this really fits the bill for that. I like this sort of height, not huge ones, so this is quite good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think we were referring to driving the Liberty in the last couple of weeks. I got into this and I thought, well, why maybe would I go for a Liberty? Why wouldn't I go for something like this? Because you've got similar sorts of feel and the premium feel. But you've also got all the practicality with this.
Yes.
And we'll go through some of that in a minute. But,
Yes.
you've actually got the best of both worlds.
Yeah, there's some really surprising practical features we've discovered in this car this week, haven't we? I think I'll get it out in the open straight away. These big sort of roof bars on the top, the roof racks on the top, they've actually got built-in roof racks.
Yes.
Haven't they? So you just unscrew
So you don't
it.
have to have the roof racks on all the time and getting that noise, and especially we've got a sunroof on this car, so you don't want to have them on all the time. But yeah, they're just there sitting lengthways with the car, so they're not, and there's no wind noise. And then when you want them, you just have to quickly unscrew them and attach
and then
them.
the bars
which
come
can be
across.
very easy to do.
That's good thinking.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
really good.
Yep.
Yeah. So the Outback, like the Liberty, comes with the latest generation Subaru eyesight safety system,
and we're a big fan of that, right?
Yeah, we've talked about that before. It's actually it's a really good system, isn't it? So yeah, there's a lot of good things, lane keep assist and stuff like that. Now the premiums come with a little bit more. They come with the vision assist stuff. I think they get adaptive beam, high beam, sort of for range and for brightness. So that's a better feature driving it at night. I've driven it at night. The lights at night are actually quite good. Actually. Yeah, you can leave it in high beam and then the car will adjust and go in high beam and then shut itself down if it thinks the eyesight system thinks something's coming up against it.
So lights coming up the other direction or something.
Yep. The premiums come with a bit more bells and whistles. They get leather, sunroof, keyless entry, electric tailgate as well.
Okay.
8-inch screen, navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So
it's a long list.
It's a lot of comfort features in the car for $42,640. I thought that was pretty good value. Actually.
Yep. No, this one seems like pretty good sweet spot in the range.
Yeah.
But like every time, it's hard for us to recommend exactly which one's right for people, right? Because the entry level is a really good deal, but you don't get all the bells and whistles. And then the premium, if you want to go for the biggest engine and those sorts of things, right up to the top, because you want the bigger engine, then that could suit other people too if they're hauling sort of, full load all the time and things like that. Yep.
That's right. Now, driving this car though, the thing that I noticed, the 2.5, when you compare it to some of the other competitors out there that have got like turbo fours and things like that, it does feel, I'm not going to say underpowered, but it just doesn't feel sort of up there against sort of some of the other competitors in terms of power delivery.
General cruising around, it's all good.
Yeah.
As soon as you want it to work a little bit harder, and I felt like I was making it work harder more often than I would normally for those other cars you talk about. It's just going to compromise on fuel consumption, I suppose, and you'll get a little bit of engine noise here and there as you push it harder.
And if you have to take this away on a trip fully loaded, you might just want to sort of check that out first to see if this engine combination is the right one.
Maybe the 3.6R is a better option.
Or even the diesel maybe with the extra torque. You never know. So the CVT transmission actually, I think, does pretty well now with the engine. I mean, early CVTs to me weren't all that good. I thought they just didn't have that driver feel to it, didn't it?
Yes.
So a bit confusing in terms of what it wanted to do. But the latest generation ones are actually not too bad. I mean, Subaru's actually upped this from a sort of like a 6-speed, like faux manual sort of gears in it to a 7-speed. So that's not too bad. You can use the paddles and drive it manually. But
we do have paddles on this one.
Tell you what, no, leave it to its own accord. It's fine. So,
absolutely.
Car comes with 18-inch wheels, 225, 60, 18 tyres. I think that combination does really well for the ride. I mean, this thing rides, and I must admit, it handles quite nicely. Like, there's a little bit of body roll, but coupled with that steering, it's quite sporty to drive, isn't it? I don't know how they've done it, but it feels really sporty. So
One other thing I think really noticed straight away just looking through the car was all the practicality, right? So a couple of USBs at the back, so the kids can just plug in, they'll be fine, they'll be happy.
Plenty of room too.
Heaps of leg room, heaps of head room. Very impressive.
Yeah, the boot in this thing's actually really, really good too.
Yeah, so the boot's great. Heaps of hooks in there and all sorts of stuff for the shopping to attach it to so it doesn't roll around. The entry gate is big, so you can be very practical to put a lot of things in there.
Very family friendly, this thing. Very family friendly.
Lots of practicality.
Yeah. I'm going to say it surprised me, like I knew it was going to be family friendly, but it surprised me on how well this thing drives. I was truly surprised at this, so it's good. Comes with a 3-year unlimited K warranty. There is a 5-year one available at the moment as a special sort of Subaru sales program if you have a look on their website, you might be able to take advantage of that.
Try and search that out.
Yeah, that's all right.
We prefer people to have 5 years. I mean, gives you that assurance.
Assurance, yep. There's a 3-year cap price servicing program, and I looked it up for 3 years, 75,000 Ks, $2,281.66 for this. Probably say that that's good, but there are some other manufacturers out there that that sort of same price you could get for 5 years, I suppose, too, isn't it? So yeah. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with this thing.
I think you're probably going to ask me the X Factor question in a minute. Would I have a look back at this car as I walk away from it? You know what? I was really quite impressed by the outside of this.
Yeah.
It's got quite sort of an aggressive, edgy sort of feel on the outside. It's those roof rails up the top. It's the wheels.
It feels like you could go off-road in it.
The arches. Yeah.
That's right.
So it's a little bit more aggressive than a lot of the other cars. And so I give it full marks for that.
Yeah, I like it. I do like it, Anyway, just want to put a big thank you out to our friends at Subaru Australia for the loan of the Outback this week, and we've been very impressed with it actually.
Yes.
Very
great
impressed.
job.
And big thank you to everybody out there for watching. We'll check you next time.
See you soon. Bye.